Hi, Wonder Class, and welcome to Tuesday, the 12th of January 2021's English lesson. So, what are we going to be doing in today's English lesson? Now, today's lesson, we are going to be doing a box up. So, we're going to box up the model text and use adverbs in our sentences. It's going to be a little bit different how we're boxing up this time because we're not together at school, so when we're also doing our innovation, it will be a little bit different. But hopefully my video will help you and be able to guide you through exactly what you need to do at home. So I'm going to move to our text map on how to rule over, how to build an empire. And I'm just going to read it to everybody one more time. So, how to build an empire. Are you interested in building your own empire? Do you lie in your bed dreaming of ruling over a kingdom? Do you see yourself conquering tribes and building a colosseum? If so, the likelihood is that you are destined to be a powerful ruler. Do not despair. Help is at hand. Building an empire is not as hard as you think. Read these step-by-step instructions and soon you too could be the ruler of a powerful empire. What you will need. You will need an army, land, weapons, shields, and good walking shoes. What you have to do. First, you should carefully train your army in the art of warfare. Secondly, you must bravely lead an army across the sea to a new land. After that, fiercely invade the land, plundering and murdering those in your way. Now you must make sure that you defeat anyone that tries to stand in your way and rule over your kingdom proudly. Important note, please remember in order for your empire to run smoothly, it needs a strong leader. A common issue that these leaders face is the threat of unexpected death. Try your best to avoid these and rule fairly over your people, otherwise you may be assassinated. So what we're going to do today is there are a few little questions for you to answer first. So in the previous lesson, we looked at adverbs. Adverbs are used to modify the verbs. They will often tell you the manner in which something is being done, how often, where, and why. So here are some questions, some sentences for you to have a go at. So remember, just like our usual lessons, you can pause the screen and just simply have a go at writing out the questions, the sentences, sorry, and see if you can fill them in. The words are above here, and you just need to fill the words in the gaps below. So remember, pause the video, and when you play it, I will be able to reveal some of the answers to you. Great, so let's have a look. I have something wanted to watch that movie. So I would choose the word always. I have always always wanted to watch that movie. Number 2, something I competed in the running race. Could be last weekend. Last weekend, comma, I competed in the running race. I something changed schools. I recently changed schools. Jill waited something for them for over 5 hours. Jill waited, what kind of word could we use here? Jill waited anxiously for them for over 5 hours. We something order take out for dinner. Well, let's think about this one. Do we rarely do it, or do we sometimes do it, or do we never do it? That's up to you what word you use there. So for my house, we sometimes order take out for dinner. So there you have it. Here are some of the words, the adverbs added to your sentence. And you can see what the adverbs do. When you add an adverb into the sentence, it really makes the sentence much better and more interesting to read. So here is what we're going to be doing today. So here we have a box up, and I'm just going to move myself up a little bit from the screen. So we're going to box up the text map that we're currently using. So I'm going to have to flip between screens at some point. you're not going to complete this part of the table. These are for when you innovate, so when you make your own version of an instruction or text map. So we're just going to look at the text map that we have. So in our introductory paragraph, what do we have? So we can go to our introductory paragraph and have a look. So we do have a subheading. So in here, I am going to write subheading. We also have in our introductory paragraph a rhetorical questions, and it's written in a second person, and there is also bossy verbs such as the word read. Read the step-by-step instruction to find out. What I will need, so I'm going to go over here to what I will need, what's being used in what I will need. So it has a subheading. I can see it's using technical vocabulary. I can also see it has bullet points and it's in an order. So it has a subheading. It's in an order. It has technical vocabulary. And it's also very simple and concise, meaning it's not complicated to know what you need. It's very simple and concise to read. And I'm also going to add bullet points. Okay, then we move on to the steps. What techniques are being used in the steps? So in the steps we have, which is over here, here are our steps. So the steps have used, it's in chronological order. So chronological order. It also has numbers. It has the use of time, adverbials, / connectives, and the use of technical vocabulary. Okay, imperative verbs, adverbs, and important notes. So what imperative verbs can you see? So imperative verbs are the same as bossy verbs. What imperative verbs can you see? So we've been through this the other day. So here are some: train, lead, invade, rule. So I'm just going to write them in: train, lead, invade, rule, read. These are all words which are bossy. They're telling you what to do. Adverbs describe what the imperative verb is. So we could have words that, if you remember from the last time we read it, carefully, frantically. No, it wasn't frantically. What was the word that we had? Bravely, sorry, bravely and fiercely. So brave, carefully, bravely, fiercely. Fiercely. Sorry, that took a while. Bravely, carefully, fiercely. Here are some adverbs. Obviously, I'm not adding all of them because I don't want to have to keep flicking through the screens, but this is just a starter for you to see how to do it and then what to do. And then in important note, let's go and have a read of our important note. What have we got here? Please remember, in order for your empire to run smoothly, it needs a strong leader. So it's like motivation in what it's saying, and it just has a very short piece of information to help you achieve the instructions. So that's the important part here. So this is also short and concise, and it makes you think what you need to do and just like top tips to achieving your instructions. So that is what I have done. You can pause this to use it when you're completing your activities. Let's see what your activities are today. So remember that we are just writing the ideas down into a box up. If you're unable to print out the box up, that's fine. You can just use a ruler and a pencil and a piece of paper to create your own that looks like this. So you will need 3 columns going across, and then I think it's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 going down, and just enough space for you to write. It should just take one A4 page to do that. So let's see what tasks you have today. So your first task today is to box up the original text map. So just like I did, but even better than my one, make sure it's neat, make sure it's tidy, make sure you've taken all of the things out of it that you need. Activity number 2 is complete the adverb task, which is below. And there is, so it says, let's edit this paragraph together and make our writing more exciting. Make sure to use adverbs and adjectives. So mum fed the dog. An example could be, mum carefully fed the fluffy dog. So I've used an adjective and an adverb in there. Carefully is my adverb. It's describing the feeding part, and describing the dog, instead of just dog, the fluffy dog. So fluffy is an adjective. The third task today is, can you explain why the instructions are laid out in a specific way? So in your own words, have a think of not only these instructions, just general instructions that you've ever had to follow from a piece of paper. Why are they laid out in a specific way, and how does that maybe help you? Okay, that's all from me today. I will see you in tomorrow's lesson. See you later, everybody. Remember to make sure to complete your work and put your work onto Tapestry. Bye.